There's a new book out highlighting the gorgeous gardens all across our state, and we are happy to have the author and the photographer of Connecticut Gardens, a celebration of the state's historic public and private gardens. Caryn B. Davis, welcome to our show. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
The pictures are beautiful, stunning.
Thank you.
How did
so
it all
much.
come together? When did it start?
I had one season to do the book, which was last year. I had this idea for the book. I had done other books with this publisher, so I pitched it to them. But it's a very short season for shooting, and
right.
I was very lucky that we had a lot of rain in May and June, which pushed the gardens early. And I did the bulk of the work then, because then we had the drought in July and August, and didn't get much done then.
Yeah, talk about the pressure, because I would think if you're going to compile photos for a book like that, you would do it over several years.
Right. No.
But what a pinch. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was very lucky. And of course, the best light, I think, is in the morning. So often I was getting up at 3:30 a.m. and driving distances all over the state and getting there for first light at 5:30.
Oh, wow.
Without coffee.
Yeah. Well, that's a pro tip for anybody watching at home. You want to take your best photos, do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah, or late afternoon.
Or late afternoon. Okay. Now, how did you come up with this? Did you just go through and just want to hit every Connecticut garden?
Well, I started with the historic gardens, and there are 15 of those, and they're under a nonprofit organization called Connecticut Historic Gardens. And in order to be considered a historic garden, there has to be a house attached to it that is open to the public.
Okay,
so,
I did not know that.
Yes, so we have historic gardens in Connecticut, but under this nonprofit, we only have 15. So once I had those, I started thinking about the public parks, because I always want my books to be accessible to people so that they can visit any of the places that I'm talking about in the book. So with the public parks, it wasn't enough just to have a pretty garden or flowers in the park, I should say. There had to be a dedicated garden, and that's how I narrowed that subject down. And then I started reaching out to garden clubs and friends to supplement the private gardens, which some of them are also open to the public on specific days.
Now, has photographing gardens always been your passion, or is it, landscape, all kinds of scenery?
Well, by trade, I'm an architectural and interior design photographer, and I do landscape design. So of my 3 books, this is actually the one that is closest to what I do in my daily life as a photographer. Now,
you're a Connecticut native. You have been so many places. Do you have a favorite, or maybe a top 3?
Everybody asks that.
Well, of course.
And I love them for different reasons. The garden that's on the cover is River Road Farm, and it was done by Rob Nestor and Bill Reynolds, and they did it all themselves, and it's just a stunning garden. I love that. I love Sleepy Cat Farm because it's unlike anything you're going to see in Connecticut and perhaps the United States. It's more reminiscent of a European garden, but there are so many in there that are just stunners. Those are just 2 that come to mind.
Now, you have a lot of book signings happening right now, which, by the way, the book is available essentially everywhere.
Right.
Bookstores, Amazon, online as well. And we want to let people know the best way, because you have so many book signings coming up, the best way to keep up with what's happening next is your website, right?
Correct. And that website, and I'll spell it because I spell my name with a C, so it's CarynBDavis.com, and it's CarynBDavis.com.
Well, Caryn B. Davis, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy looking at all of those beautiful photographs.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for sharing it for all of us.